Okay. I got some drones here. Yeah. Hello guys. 1 second. 1 second, guys. I have to put on auto AI. Artificial generation system. OBINexus. Yeah. I haven't done generation in such a long time, but this is basically the video on the artificial gestation system. What does gestation stands for? I was gonna make a video, but on something else, gestation meaning the process of producing and developing insect uterus between conception and birth. Artificial gestation system. Yeah. So yeah, I always wondered how to use an incubator to ovulate an egg. Basically, the right temperatures. What I remember from my pre-birth video, Nambi, is you're gonna have an egg, and you can have a chicken. A chicken. Usually, you have a chicken, and chicken's cloaca. Very important in standing distinction. The chicken's cloaca functions as where they wee, pass urine, feces, and mate. They mate. So this is a female cloaca. Female and male chickens have cloacas. Am I right or am I wrong? I'm not sure about that. But they have cloacas. I have to be sure about this. I have to be certain about this. So my idea was you have an incubator. So basically, heat. When the eggs being fertilized, you have to the chicken has to lay the egg. But when they lay the egg, they fertilize the eggs. Basically, the men sit on the sit on the egg, and this fertilize the egg. So, smelling. Oh, smelling of food. So basically, if I run chicken or farm eggs, like farm animals, basically they sit on the egg, and the egg accumulates heat, and that is an incubator. Now, incubator fertilize egg. They fertilize egg. So if you have artificial incubator, I'm just talking. You know, how would that function? Like, you have to apply warmth and heat, a lot of heat. But it has to be lukewarm. It has to be warm. It has to be like a temperature warm, like 20. It must not be in too much in one place, or like it must be like around the egg, because it must be warm to allow the egg to actually. So it's a warm egg. So when an egg is incubating, it's a warm egg. So, and the hen sits on the egg, and that egg comes a certain temperature, and that temperature is around the whole egg. That's the cloaca. So that's the same for a bird, a pigeon, pigeon, pigeon. I don't want to say pigeon cloaca here because it's an online video. Pigeon cloaca. Hope I'm right about this. Pigeon. Basically, if I'm wrong, that means the science will fail. So that means so if I'm wrong, the science will fail. So like this is why and it matters to me. So pigeon, how pigeons mate and lay eggs. So, how pigeons involve courtship, bonding, reproduction. The initial courtship follows the male bowing, cooing, puffing of feathers, and showing appearance of health. The female observes one another, decides the suitable part of development factors, display size, and nest breeding abilities. Once the wind walls, the female presents the original cultural system, nesting, bowling, billing, strutting, tail dragging, mounting on the baby, strutting the bounding, which after meeting stand. My foundation is in Nigeria. I'm gonna go to Nigeria. I keep saying that. Yeah. So, but I'm not. I know I'm wrong in some things here. Yeah. Uh, Building nest. But this is something that's foundational to courtship behavior. Basically, meeting process. Never hand meeting. Meeting is quick. Female balances himself, flapping his wings, lowers the body to him. First seconds. One appears. This is why it happens. It's good. So basically, now comes to actual how the pigeons mate. The mating itself is quick. The female jumps on the female's back and balances himself, flapping his wings tightly. The female lowers her body and allows this. This is last usually seconds. This usually lasts seconds. This is how several times they when a pair is free to breed. This is pigeon, not hen. So after mating, see no close together, and see the pair and bond strengthening behavior. And this is basically the next step. So basically, nesting behavior is basically after surface mating, the pair will start looking for a nesting spot. The male usually brings more sticks and straws, and the female arrange them. Yeah, okay. This is female pigeons. Let me just look at how chickens mate. But the sign is already there. Chicken cloacal kiss. Chickens here cloacal kiss, where the rooster transfers sperm to the head by touching the claws together. The cloacal kiss. I was right about this. Yeah. So basically, yeah. So this is the anatomy of a chicken. So basically, I was talking about this as a very important process because this is very very important to understand. The cloaca and the chickens, birds, flightless birds, dinosaurs, not dinosaurs related. Well, they are dinosaurs related. Hen makes behavior signs of behavior. When a hen is chooses the body to spread the wing, dips her head, was waiting for signal signal receptiveness. Sensors sometimes hot humans too. If you reach out the this is mistaking you for a rooster. Oh, I had that before done to me in Nigeria. So that's what I'm saying. This music is playing and shouldn't be playing. So basically, yeah, so the cloacal kiss. Yeah. So I was right about the cloacal kiss. Now, what was I saying? It's a few seconds. It's a few seconds. But as the organism, the more basically scientifically, I'm claiming, the more complex the organism becomes, you know, like human beings, or the more basically the size of the organism matters. One, the size and the shape, the silhouette. Let's say the silhouette of the organism. The silhouette affects the features, like what the features. Basically, I'm gonna try to map the silhouette, the form, and the features together. The form or the form, not the shape, because it's not an animal. So it's like a mammal, or no, basically the silhouette. The more complex the organism, how basically the more complex the organism becomes, the more complex the because it's just a kiss, like a cloaca kiss, and the fertilized egg. Uh, that's just the cloacus touching. Fertilizer. Yeah, yeah. So that's what I say. So the size and the silhouette of the features of the organ. So the more it comes on, the more not difficult. It's not difficult to reproduce. Nothing. The more complex the organism becomes, the more in size and shape, in size and form, the more size, features, and form, uh, the more basically something basically the more the harder basically it's not the hardest. It's very easy to reproduce because reproduction is like a but the more complex the organism becomes, the more it becomes more complicated the process. The more as the size and grows, so the more complicated the process, the larger the organism. Am I right? No. I'm gonna frame it, as an incubator because elephants don't have that, So basically, I have. Let me show you what I have here. So this is a drawing I had. So this is basically uh, an egg inside an incubator. See, this is not design. This is not good. This is not good drawing. I don't like design. It's not good anything. Let me draw another one. So basically, let me draw something. What was I good? What was I even good with this video? This is what I'm saying. That's my problem. I was talking and talking and I forgot because something made me forget. And it's not my fault. Uh, Big and strong. Yeah, sperm producer. Sperm producer. So you have an egg producer, and you have a sperm producer. I'm just talking something that doesn't really make any sense. Like I don't know, I'm just gonna producer. We're really good at color workers. So let me speak. Let me think about some mammal. So you got the. I'm not. And we just say what I'm gonna say what I was talking about. So you have your ball sacks. So you have your ball sack. You have your what's the technical name for it? The technical name for your ball sack. Your penis ball sack, basically. Your entire ball sack. So like, but you have the balls itself. Those are where the sperm production happens. So therefore, uh, if we can, I can't remember what I was gonna say. Basically the ball sign is an X and the X like yeah. Because you have a mechanism, something that gives you that sperm. So this is no, I know what I'm saying. I'm not an idiot. I'm not an idiot, guys. I'm not. I'm 25 years old. Let me just look at the formal name for it. Name. Formal name. The scrotum. The scrotum. The scrotum. Basically, there's something about the scrotum and fertilization that I want to announce, but I didn't know what that process was. So basically, the scrotum uh, is something that I'm trying to structure into knowledge. So basically, the scrotum is where the sperm is stored, and literally, this is an incorrect image. I'm not looking at anything nude here, but the sequential regular temperature of the tentacles that maintains to 5 degrees Celsius. Yeah, that's the temperature aspect of the scrotum, which is 35 degrees Celsius of the scrotum. So 35 degrees Celsius Fahrenheit, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. To basically the temperature. I said the temperature of the egg has to be cooled. Yeah, the highest temperature is affects the spermatogenesis, junction of sperm. Which is spermatogenesis. Temperature cool to smooth muscles. Having scrotum outside the abnormal cavity may produce additional advantages. External scrotum is not affected by abdominal pressure. This will prevent emptiness of also. Yeah, basically, there's something about basically scientifically. I was going to say quote is something scientific. I want to investigate about how the scrotum, the sternal scrotum, and and internal egg sac, having an internal structure of one, what's it, the ovaries? No, that's ovaries. What's that called? Ovaries. It's called the ovaries. I'm very ovaries. I'm not looking at any images of anything multi here. Just let me know. Basically, the structure into scrotum is scrota hide for 3 degrees. I'm gonna call it egg sac or ovaries. Egg sac, female wiki. That's not internal. See, I have to know this stuff because I want to basically. There's something I want to experiment on, like ovaries. Yeah, the ovaries, fallopian tube, uterus, economic bladder, cervix, and the part of which you call the uterus, vagina. I said the system. Not a lot is known about the cervix, and I mean that. Not a lot of things is known about the cervix, and I mean that. We have to investigate the cervix. What are you, the cervix? Because you see, I'm saying that's woman's uterus. Parts of the uterus. So you get a uterus, you get the fallopian tube where the eggs are, and the ovaries, and you go to the actual or ovary, which are the actual eggs. Right, over, yeah. Well, I'm just watching it. I'm trying to remember my, because I did my videos on it, So what can I say? So so basically, yeah, I was just referring to like the scientific names of how but I can't remember the promo. I'm trying to rephrase from now properly. So it's related to the masculine testosterone and the ovaries. But there's a way to have some kind of no cervix. Obviously, it has nothing to do with cervix. It has so it was something related to the ovaries and the scrotum. Basically, if you think of the scrotum as a producer of sperm, this is a producer of sperm. It allows when you're in the when it's aroused, and yeah, so producer of sperm. So the idea is you have a generator, like some kind of, I don't like to think of it like I don't know what the problem was, but there's some kind of problem. I'll put it into AI and and formalize it that way because I can't get the words across. I can't. It's not because it's a hard subject. It's not even hard. It's just that I can't remember what's trying to frame because there's no learn about the cervix one. The second thing is no learn about how you have how was an egg scrotum, which is can be fertilized, can fertilize an egg, maybe in some kind of environment, some kind of condition. Maybe that's what looking for. That's what I'm looking for. I don't know how to put it into words because I'm not in that technical domain. But like basically you have I don't know, scientifically spam. I don't know. I can't do thought experiments today. Thank you for this video. So someone to rinse his scrotum and the egg. And the eggs, or the eggs and one sperm. Basically, you have the ovaries, because you can have the system produce many sperms, but because you're gonna have something that can accumulate. It's like, it works similar all the way around. So you have the eggs, and you have the egg producer. I can't remember the term for it. And the sperm. It works the same all the way around. I can't remember what I was talking about. So maybe if I put it into AI, I hope you formalize it because I'm not in that technical domain, and that's it.